Well, the jury appears to be at an impasse in the Jodi Arias sentencing retrial. Jurors telling the judge earlier today that it cannot agree whether Arias should get life in prison or the death penalty for murdering her boyfriend, Travis Alexander, 7 years ago. After hearing that news, Judge Sherry Stevens brought the jury back into the courtroom and urged them to get back to work and try to come up with a verdict. And they did. They got back to deliberations this afternoon, but they broke for the evening with no resolution. They've been meeting for 4 days now. You'll remember the first jury that convicted Arias of first-degree murder nearly 2 years ago. They also deadlocked on her punishment. They couldn't decide. Now, if this jury can't reach a unanimous decision, the death penalty would be taken off the table for Jodi Arias, and then the judge would decide between life in prison or life in prison with the possibility of parole.
Seems like we sure have heard a lot about Jodi Arias, but today I spent some time with one of Travis Alexander's very good friends who says he wants everybody to know the Travis that he knew, not just the Travis we hear about in the courtroom.
He was a special guy. There's no doubt about it.
And Chris Hughes would know. He, his wife Sky, and Travis Alexander spent a lot of time together, traveling, enjoying adventures, and just hanging out.
He was hilarious. He was a riot, the life of the party. We loved to be with him no matter what was going on.
Chris and Sky Hughes actually have a lot of history with Jodi Arias. They met her on the same night that Travis Alexander met her. And they said right away they noticed something.
We liked her. When we first met her, we thought, you know, she's well-spoken, articulate, she seems well-read. She could carry on a conversation about whatever we were talking about. But we did have a discussion, Sky and I, after that dinner that night, that we felt like she was a little off.
Hughes is in the last stages of publishing a book about Travis. He says he's doing it so people will know the man he knew, not the one defined by the sometimes lurid testimony in the courtroom.
The person who did the murder in this case, this vicious, heinous crime, that her and her team, the defense, they can say anything that they want to about Travis, about the victim who's dead and who can't speak for himself.
Stick with Fox 10 for full coverage of the Jodi Arias verdict. When the jury does reach a verdict, you can see it right here on Fox 10. We'll also be streaming it live on Fox 10 News Now and our YouTube channel. And you may want to watch early tomorrow because my feeling is we may see something happen then.